using models. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is going to read our problem, get our information out, and build our model. Dice, Pablo used 512 gallons of water to make soup. Okay, so I know that Pablo used 512 gallons of water. Okay, Lucas used 3/4 gallons of water to make soup. Lucas used 3/4 gallons to make soup. The question is, who used less water? My same member, less. I need to know who made less or who used less water. Now, I need to build my model. I'm going to look at my denominators. My denominators are the ones that are going to help me. Okay? I need to look which of these two denominators, if any, can use to build my whole. For that, I'm going to get my timetable. I'm going to look at 12 timetables, and I'm going to look at the 4 timetables, and I'm going to see which number do they both share. If you notice, 4 and 12 share the number 12. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 1 is 12. So they both share the number 12, which tells me that my model can be built with 12 squares. So I'm going to build my model. It's going to be 12 squares long. This is going to represent one whole. Now I'm going to need a model for Pablo. This is the way I'm going to build my model. If Pablo did 5 12s, how do I get from 12 to 12? From 12 to 12 times 12 to 12 is times 1. 12 times 1 is 12. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So each one of these is 112, 112, 12, 112, 112, 112, 112, 112, 112, 112, 112. Okay. Now that I have the model for Pablo, I'm going to go for the model for Lucas. Same thing. My whole has to be the same. Now I need 4 pieces. And remember, my whole is 12. So how do I go from 4 to 12? From 4 to 12 is times 3. So I'm going to go and I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. And each piece represents 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. So now I'm going to shape. I need 5 12s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 12s. And I need 3/4. 1, 2, 3. This is Pablo. This is Lucas. With my model, I can see that who used less water. Who used less water based on my model? Pablo's here, Lucas here. Pablo did less. That's with model. How do I do that how do I represent this in math sentences or in a number sentence? Multiplying, exactly. What I'm going to do is this. 5 12s, and I'm going to have 3/4. Now, when it's time to comparing, before I can compare fractions, my denominators have to be the same. If I don't have the same denominators, it's going to be hard for me to understand or to see which one is greater or less. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change one or both denominators to have the same denominators and compare just the numerators. Okay? I'm going to look at my denominators the same way that I did my model. I'm going to say, can I use one of these two as my common denominator? Which could I use as a common denominator? Which would be? Say it. 12. Why 12? Because of the same reason I use it for the model. Because 12 I can find it in the 4 timetables, and I can also find it in the 12 timetable, okay? So, since I use 12, this fraction is not going to change. This fraction is going to stay the same. This is going to stay as 5/12. The only model that I'm going to change is 3/4. So I need to multiply 3/4 times a fraction to give me an equivalent fraction with a denominator of 12. So the same way that I did in my model, how do I from 4 to 12? What did I multiply 4 times to get to 12? Times 3. So this is going to be 3. And since I multiply times 3 in the denominator, I need to do the same in the numerator. And so 3 times 3 is 9. Now that both denominators are the same, then I can compare just by looking at my numerator. 5 and 9. And I can say that 5/12 is greater or less than 9 is less. Since the denominator is the same, I'm just look at the numerators. So now I know that 5/12 is less than 9/12. So the answer, since they're asking me for which one is less, I can say that 5/12 is less than, I'm not going to use 9/12. I'm going to use the original fraction, which is 3/4. So 5/12 is less than 3/4.